Hi guys, good evening. By the way, this is JV Silvestre, a financial consultant and a freelance host and singer. Bakit nga ba ako mag-video ko tonight? First thing, may nabasa lang kasi akong vlog na gusto kong i-share sa inyo since I'm also a financial consultant na tingin ko makakatulong din yung vlog. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to read the blog and siguro magbigay tayo ng ilang points based dun sa story niya. By the way, the blogger is si Ice or Aiza. So the name of the blog is Ice Cracker. And the title of this specific article is High Risk, How I Was Persuaded or How She Was Persuaded to Get a Private Insurance Plus Investment. So kung tingin mo makakatulong siya, then continue mo yung video. Quick lang naman to. And if you have thoughts as well dun sa mapapakinggan mo, comments in the section below. I'll also share the link to this blog para if you're interested to read it again, meron kang mababalikan. Alright? So this is how she started or he started with the blog. Insurance would probably be the last thing that many young people like me would spend money on. So yun based sa kanya, and kahit naman ako when I was still young, talagang yung pera ko, hindi ko talaga sa investment din nila, hindi sa savings. But instead, first salary ko sa isang cellphone, Nokia, nung kasikatan pa ni Nokia, sa slide-up cellphone ni Nokia, doon ko talaga ginastos yung salary ko. So sabi niya dito, getting insured seems apt only for the sick and aging people. In the Philippines, getting an insurance plan is the least of the majority's concern, since many of the Filipinos would rather buy food for the table than shell out thousands of pesos for something intangible as assurance for the future. Tama naman yung sabi niya dito kasi nga, most of us Filipinos hindi naman ganun ka well off or hindi rin nasa middle class. Mas marami pa rin sa atin yung isang kahig, isang tuka. So instead na sa insurance, ang nangyayari talaga is sa pagkain. Para sa pagkain, major necessity muna. Yung pinakakailangan muna ng pamilya natin, which is pagkain. Tapos, aside from that, ang insurance kasi hindi mo pa naman siya magagamit until magkaroon tayo ng sakit or critical illness, tamaan tayo ng stroke, cancer, ano pa ba? Basta, most of the critical illness naman kasi is covered by an insurance. Or yung worse, pag nawala tayo sa picture, knock on woods. Diba? Sabi nga nila, may kontrata ka ba kay God that you will still be alive for the next 10 to 20 years? Diba? For the many working class, insurance, GSIS in my case before, so yun, GSIS yung sa kanya, is that 1,000 pesos is deducted monthly sa salary niya na 20,000 pesos. But given a chance, I bet they'd rather spend 1,000 pesos on something else like an internet connection, a night out, or a Forever 21 dress. Sabi niya. Not so many people concern themselves with what lies ahead. Perhaps because we think that instead of worrying ourselves with the future, we should concentrate on now, the present. Karamihan talaga sa atin ganyan. We stop and think about our present situation, yung ngayon. Paano tayo makakaraos in our daily lives, paano tayo makakakain, di ba? And come what may, that's their motto. Parang sa atin kasi, bahala na. Yan, sa mga Pinoy, bahala na attitude. Kung saan tayo damputin. Parang ganun. Of course, there's nothing wrong with enjoying the present. Totoo yan. Problem is, most of the time, when the unexpected happens, andito na yung uncertainties. Especially, di ba, ditong nag-pandemic. Super, lahat ng tao nag-worry. Kasi paano kung tamaan nga naman tayo ng COVID? Also, although mas mataas pa rin yung recovery rate, kahit naman sa ibang bansa, same din ang situation. So, hindi lang sa Pilipinas. Say an accident or death, many Filipinos who didn't prepare for the future are caught off guard. Yan, pansin nyo. So, aksidente, death, talagang yun yung mga hindi natin napaghahandaan. Kaya marami ng tao nga ngayon na nagpe-prepare din sa death. Yung iba pinagtatawanan na bakit kumuha ng memorial plan. Sabi nila, mamamatay ka ba muna before ka magsakit? Bakit memorial plan yung inuna mo? Sana you get an income protection first or insurance. Pero depende kasi yan sa financial goal natin or ano ba talaga yung priority natin. So yun. I've seen so many interviews and news where the relatives of the departed would say, hindi namin alam kung saan kami kukuha ng pampalibing, which is the reality, or hindi namin alam kung paano na kami ngayon. That's because the average Philippine wage is not enough to convince us to buy insurance plans. Kasi nga, medyo mataas na yung insurance pag matanda na tayo. As we get older, mas tumataas na yung premium or yung savings requirement or yung babayaran natin. And aside from that, mataas na yung babayaran, mababa pa yung benefits or yung coverage na makuha natin. Kaya mas advisable and recommended talaga as while we are young and healthy and insurable, kumuha ka na ng insurance na may investment. Kasi hindi naman tulad dati na ang insurance is insurance lang na after 10 years, after 15 years, wala na, hindi mo na magagamit kung hindi ka nawala or hindi ka nagkasakit. Ang insurance ngayon is also tied with investments, meaning it grows. The money grows kasi naka-invest siya either sa stock market or sa equities or iba pang financial instrument or parang funds within a company. So yun, going back, sabi niya dito, late last year, by the way, itong vlog na to is 2012 pa. Late last year, my sister asked me to meet a young lady who offered her premium insurance. This lady, I was a bit surprised that the insurance company or insurance is ProLife UK. Okay, they should pay me for this PR-ish blog. It's a well-advertised insurance company in the Philippines and Singapore. First time I saw a ProLife billboard ad in Cebu in 2006. Imagine, ang tagal na rin ha. I think I pointed it out to my friend Kay and remarked that even the advocacy ads in English are Bisayan. She said she thinks there's a company called ProLife, and I thought it was Bisayan for pro-life. There. Later on, I was told that it's short for Prudential. By the way, sa mga hindi po nakakaalam, ProLife UK is a nickname of a bigger company called Prudential. It's known Prudential globally, but here in the Philippines, it's called ProLife UK. Kasi when Prudential entered the Philippines, may existing na Prudential na company. Yun yung nagsara before. Kaya marami ding tao ang natakot sa insurance kasi nga nagsasara yung mga insurance company. But because the companies or insurance company, our company, ProLife UK, has been in the business for more than 100 years, 160 years plus, or yan, more than. Ang dami, redundant. So yan. So ProLife ads can also be seen in a nice glossies in other media. To be honest, since I have no interest in insurance, the only insurance companies I know are Film Life, Coco Life, Prudential Life, and of course, GSIS and SSS. Continue natin yung story nga. I got curious how much the insured ones will be getting and how much they have to pay every month. She explained some of the policy terms and I thought it cool. Being the entrepreneur that Aiza is, she asked if I'd be interested to get one myself. I've been thinking of deaths late last year because of a number of people around me dying. One is from accident, another is from heart attack. What I didn't like about death, should I die right now for instance, is the thought of leaving my family. Diba? Lahat naman tayo, yun yung ayaw natin. Yung iiwan lang natin yung pamilya natin basta-basta unless ikaw yung taong wala kang pakialam sa pamilya mo. Sabi niya dito, I'm a breadwinner. I'm the type of person who would give what I have, especially if we're talking about family here. Sometimes, I forget about my budget and savings to accommodate their needs. Actually, nakaka-relate ako sa kanya since I'm also a breadwinner. I have 6 brothers. Woohoo! Parang same na same. Kasi yung sa akin, I am the second. 7 kaming magkakapatid. So, yan. Thankfully, my salary allows me to give them enough while leaving enough for myself. It's win-win. But then again, should something happen to me, I might not be prepared, financially speaking, knock on wood. Sabi nga natin kung ano man yung mangyari, kaya we always say knock on wood. Kasi nga, ayaw nating mangyari yon. The Filipinos' common way out of this, tama ba? The Filipinos' common way out of this is debt. Utang. Mangungutang na lang ako as we commonly hear. Middle-class families like ours would usually rely on relatives in times like this, instead of going to formal loan firms. But as anyone who has ever borrowed money knows, debts are not the most comfortable thing to nurse in your mind. Hindi naman talaga. Mababaon lang tayo sa utang. Sabi nga natin kung mawawala ba ang isang mahal natin sa buhay, ano ba yung, or kahit tayo, ano ba yung gusto mong iwan sa pamilya mo? Utang? Diba? Pangit magpakinggan na nawala ka na, tapos utang pa rin yung iniwan natin para sa pamilya natin. So those are the things na kailangan natin paghandaan. Sabi niya dito, I told Aiza that I'd think about it. Ganyan naman tayo mga Pilipino. Mag-isip muna tayo, di ba? Since I was still finishing my cup of hot chocolate that time, she seemed exhausted from the long trip she just had to meet me. She used the time to briefly explain that today's insurance is different now. Gaya nga na nasabi ko kanina, super ibang-iba siya dun sa kinalakihan ng mga parents natin. Like aside from protection, life insurance may include investment policies if you opt for it. Part of your money or part of our money can be put in the stocks. Gaya nung nasabi ko kanina, stocks or equity. Meron tayong tinatawag na fund managers na sila yung nagmamanage ng fund para i-invest sa stock market or kung saan mang fund instruments. And all those big financial words. I told her I'd think about it. She said she'll email me the policy options and contract terms. And I gave her a heads up that I might not understand it completely. But I'll ask someone's help, someone who's more financially literate. But that time, I was starting to consider it. The lowest option she gave me is 3,000 pesos, is roughly 100 Singaporean dollars. Not bad, I thought. Plus, I can withdraw it in due time. Plus, if anything happens to me, there's already money to bury me. Talaga yung naisip niya, ilibing siya. May pera makukuha pag ililibing na siya and somewhere to leave my family. All this talk of insurance will really nudge you to look at the realities you don't want to look at yet. Totoo naman talaga. Kailangan mong paghandaan. Kailangan nating paghandaan. And while young, mas mababa yung premium, mas mataas yung coverage. Ganun siya. Long story short, I met up with Aiza again for her to present to me. We were in Starbucks, so people around us could easily hear Aiza's voice talking while pointing at her laptop, my presentation kasi siya. Nobody would guess that the two of us were talking about insurance and investments. We're more like college classmates practicing our econ report while drinking overpriced coffee. I had no problems understanding the stocks, but equities and actuarial computations, man. I should have brought along my brother whose major is actuarial science. I asked some questions, she would answer them all brightly. Then documents were prepared. I seem to be signing lots of documents lately. That's one part of our conversation though when I was expecting her to be discouraged. I know that insuring me is a high risk. Ayan, isa pa yan. I love outdoor adventure. I travel a lot. I could die anytime given the exposure I openly throw myself to. Kasi nga, kung risky yung work natin, yung activities natin, mataas yung chance. Hindi man mataas, may chance na hindi ma-approve or mas mataas yung babayaran nating premium at mas mababa yung coverage. Or pwedeng hindi na natin i-attach or i-include yung coverage na yon kung talagang risky. Gaya nga sabi niya. So when I pointed this out to her, she laughed and couldn't respond for a while because there's truth to it. Then we jokingly decided that I shall not have an accident and I wouldn't die yet. So yun, hindi nila nilagay yung accident coverage. Kasi nga, prone siya sa accident. And then, at the end, mag-sign din siya ng contract. So again, personally, ako late na ako nakapag-decide na kumuha ng insurance. Nakapag-start kami when I was 32 and ang hindi ko talaga nagawa is makapag-scout din or siguro mag-shop din with other insurance or investment companies kung ano yung better product na mag-fit sa need ko. So, at the end, nag-decide ako to to get a different policy in another company. Although meron na akong existing before kami ng wife ko. So yun, again, if you want to learn more about insurance and investments, you can message me anytime. We can talk about it. It's free. We can discuss it. And again, there's no commitment. Presentation, discussion, financial planning is free. It's just basically sharing how insurance investment works and how it can help you. So you can send me a message and I'll be happy to assist. All right, bye.